Welcome to Physics 152. I'm Lisa Knight, and I'm going to give you a brief course tour. When you open up your course, you will see a list of course objectives and course map. The course map maps out all the module objectives, all the reading and study materials, as well as the assignments, and shows you the relationship between those activities and assignments to the module objectives, so that you know that everything you do in this class has a purpose. You will also see a link to the announcements page and a link to the course questions page. The announcements page is where you will find announcements made weekly about weekly due date reminders and grading feedback. The course questions is the location of the forum where if you have questions about how to submit something or how to access something, you can post a question there so that I can answer it and the whole class can see it. To get started, you want to go to the Get Started menu. You're going to watch a course tour. You're going to download your syllabus, and then you're going to open up the course orientation. You'll want to read your syllabus carefully and read each page of the course orientation. These items will orient you to the course policies and procedures. Next, you're going to want to enroll in OpenStax College so that you can access your online free textbook. You'll want to buy an access code for OpenStax Tutor from the bookstore or from the website and enroll in our class there. And you're going to want to buy an access code to Pivot Interactives, which is our lab software, from the bookstore or from the website directly, and you'll want to register there. And finally, to get prepared for this semester, you'll want to open up the math review page, which has several different videos for you to watch that review some of the important mathematical concepts, and an optional link to the Chapter 1 Math Review assignment in OpenStax Tutor that you can complete to see how well you understand the math required for this course. And finally, you'll want to introduce yourself in the Table Tense forum. In order to officially enroll in the course, before you start doing any more coursework, you will want to take the enrollment assignment quiz. Once you take that, using your syllabus and the information in the orientation, then you will be able to access the rest of the course. There are 8 modules in this course. Modules 1 through 7 include content. Module 8 is a review module for the exam. The exam will be online on December 8th. Every module has a very consistent structure. You have an introduction, you have the learning objectives, so you know exactly what you need to be able to do at the end of the material that you complete. You have a list of the material that you should study, and you have the list of graded items. So every module has 3 graded items. You'll have some kind of homework assignment, some kind of discussion or activity assignment, and you'll have a lab assignment. I would like to talk a little bit about the module forums. Half of the module forums will be in conjunction with completing a pivot activity. In order to get a good grade on the module forum, you will need to make an initial post by the due date shown in the description of the forum. For example, Modules 1 initial post is due on 8/31. In this particular module, you will have an activity to do in Pivot, which helps you review graphing data and what different types of motion look like when you make a graph of position versus time and velocity versus time. It reorients you to pivot, and it also helps you review some basic concepts that you'll need as a foundation for the rest of the course. You'll want to go and complete that Module 1 form activity in Pivot and make sure that you have it completed. I will grade it separately, but it needs to be completed by 8/31, the initial post due date. Then you will post your initial post by that due date. You will discuss what your final graph looks like, what type of motion it illustrates, and you want to make sure that you're supporting your post with data from the lab, because you guys are going to compare this information to see if you get the similar results. Then, during the next week of the firm, you will need to post a reply to 2 different classmates on 2 different days. So I'm looking for 3 separate posts, one before or on the initial post due date, and 2 others after that on 2 separate days. I have the netiquette expectations that we use in this class, and I have a rubric for you to view that shows you exactly how you will be graded on this type of form. The other thing I want to mention to you is that every lab has some kind of introduction video. So Lab 1, Oscillating Mass on a Spring, if you read the directions, the Lab 1 introduction video is provided for you. I strongly urge you to watch that first, because for every activity in Pivot there will be some kind of introduction video that helps you understand how to collect data the most efficient way, and describes what you should expect the data to look like. And finally, if you're really concerned about doing well in here, take time to complete the optional Module 1 checklist. Every module will have a checklist, and if you complete it, just complete it. Doesn't matter how, what you enter on the checklist, but if you just do it by the due date for the module, you'll get half a point on your final exam of extra credit. Since there are 8 modules, you can get up to 4 points of extra credit on your exam. But the checklist is really simple. It's literally just a reminder of what you need to do to be prepared for the class, and what you need to do on each of the 3 graded items to ensure that you have a good grade on them. It's just a checkoff list. So, for example, for Homework 1 worksheet, did you show all your calculations? Did you round your answers to 3 signigs? Just a really good way to remember what is expected on these assignments. And then it's a good way to review the expectations for each assignment. Finally, if you have any questions, please email me or sign up for our Remind app. If you look in the announcements and in the orientation, in the welcome message and in the orientation lesson, you have instructions on how to sign up for Remind. You can either text and enter the class code, or you can go directly to the website and join our class. Either way, this might be the fastest way to get in touch with me, since I am, like you, a distance teacher, and I do not live anywhere near Brunswick Community College. I live in the middle of the state in Sanford. So sometimes it is not easy to get in touch with me via my email, because I only check it on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I look forward to hearing from you.